What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know I said I wasn't gonna make a video on this, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So today we're gonna make the changes with the harness and with the brake calipers so we could get the car on the ground, rolling, and almost ready to start. So first things first, Cousin Jerry absolutely hooked it up with these spindles and trailing arms the other day for free. And as you guys can see, the rotors are definitely done for, but it has almost brand new calipers. Like, they're still zinc coated, and that one, it's not zinc coated, but it's a different color. So I don't know what it is, but these are newer calipers, so we're going to use these. And that one's definitely a newer caliper for the rear if I need it. That one's not so good. So we're going to bring these inside, take the calipers off, put the other calipers on Cousin Gary brought us, and move on. I left this garage a mess yesterday. Look at this stuff everywhere. Cooling and everything's a mess in here. So I'm not gonna clean up. We're running down to the wire on time. I wanna get at least a week's time before this car is running. And from this Sunday is exactly a week. This car's not gonna be running by Sunday. But this car has to be running by Sunday. We have to try to be starting this car by the end of this week. So I'm not cleaning up the garage, it doesn't matter. Right now, let's swap these calipers over. Oh my God. As you guys just saw, attempting to just replace the caliper also didn't work. The wheel was rubbing, the same is hitting against this right here. So something here just doesn't make any sense. And I don't know what it is. So the only other thing we can do is swap out this spindle for this rusty spindle. And as you guys can see, I mean, the hub doesn't look, the bearing doesn't look great here either. But I mean, temporarily we could probably use this. So we're gonna now use this, try to use this spindle and see if this makes a difference. Well, the camera died while I was doing this, but as I last said, I think I said I was gonna remove the spindle and put in the new spindle or the rusted spindle. And look at this. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? And you may be thinking, oh, but that's with the stock Integra calipers. No, this is with the SI calipers with the Hawk pads. All of this just for some freaking Hawk pads. But if I could put my two brain cells together and make a conclusion, I would say that the spindle that was on the car is not an Integra or EX spindle. It may be a DX spindle that have, I guess, lower profile calipers. It's in the back. I'll show you guys in a minute. But that has to be the only thing that makes sense. Because I know Civics and Integras, or Civic SI, EXs, have interchangeable brake calipers. So that's a massive step in the right direction. So we gotta do the other wheel, and then we still gotta do this harness. So let's do this real quick. How it keeps happening, but this freaking camera keeps dying. It's literally on the charger and it died again. Either way, we got a lot done. So finished doing this wheel on this side. This car I could literally just push. Boom, and it moves. See that? It moves. Easy peasy. We did a lot. So the harnesses ran. I'm gonna be honest, there's some extra plugs here. I know at least one of these plugs here. There's some extra plugs here. Let's see. There's some extra plugs. This one we know there's the oil sending unit or the oil pressure thing. There's these three here, and I think that one's just the O2. So it's just these wires here. So we got three sensors here. Four, sorry. We got four sensors here. Jesus. All right, we got four sensors. So we know this one, oil pressure sending unit, is good. So we're left with these. I know one of these is gonna be for the high pressure power steering line. So we could drop one. I think it's the green one, but we'll let one of these go. And then I don't know where these two go. One of these could be the knock sensor, which we don't have. And then this one. I don't know what that one is. So, I mean, I guess not bad. So that's not terrible. And then unfortunately here, these injector clips, they don't clip in. So that's gonna be something else we're gonna have to battle with. But I would say that the mission for today's video, which was, finish figuring out the brake situation and running the harness, is done. So now, I also did one last thing. Remember yesterday when we were talking in that video, or 2 days ago, we were wondering where this sensor that was cut off goes to. And after running everything in there, the only thing that's missing is the reverse. So we'll just take that off the other harness, use that as parts, and we're good. I'm probably gonna refrain from cutting the other harness up until we can get this thing started and we know what it is. I know, actually I'm lying, because we need the injector clips. So that harness is gonna have to be used for parts, and that's gonna be that. So with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.